Good evening, friends. It's time for another edition of the Artist Spotlight Show. Good evening. It's your friend Russell K coming to you live from our Myrtle Beach, South Carolina studios. And our show, the Artist Spotlight Show, is being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide. We play everything for everyone. The Russell K, Alexa, and Heather morning show is back. Make sure you check it out weekdays, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We are back and we are rocking again. Also, Table of Mike Productions. Also, Eagle Street Corporation, also based in Asheville, North Carolina. Biker Babe Barber and Company as well. I want to thank those sponsors for allowing us to do our shows. And we got a treat for you tonight. Her name is Sally Jane. She's a very established artist. She travels 9 months out of the year. We're going to talk about that. She has a new song that just came out. We'll talk about that song. We'll talk about what is she up to, and we'll find out a little bit more about her as we roll on with the Artist Spotlight show. If you're an upcoming aspiring artist, you're looking to get your name out there, please send your request to info.musicdreamsusa@gmail.com. Special thank you to Stephen Brady with Blue Shamrock Record Label. He supplies our artists each and every Wednesday, and we interview artists from around Australia. And so it's always a great time when we team up with Mr. Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Record Label. And so, without any further ado, delay, do you see that smiling face right there? She is the one, the only. Miss Sally Jane is in the house. Good evening to you, and how are you?
Hello, thanks so much for having me. I was going to say good morning. It's like 8 o'clock over in Perth, Western Australia. Thanks for getting me up.
Oh, well, hey, that's one thing, I forgot to tell you off air. When you come to our Spotlight show, expect the unexpected. We can also be your personal alarm clock if you need that.
For sure, for sure. I think the time zones just in Australia get super confusing, but let alone anywhere else in the world. But thank you for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's one thing we love about our show. We're so blessed to have the opportunity to meet an amazing artist just like yourself, and it's always a pleasure. And that's one thing the Art Spotlight show is all about: trying to locate upcoming aspiring artists, give them a stage, give them an opportunity to share their story, and share how they started all that good stuff. So that's one thing about the Art Spotlight show, and one thing we found through that research, and there's such a need for what we do, and there's so many people out there. We talked about this off air, didn't we? There's a lot of
Yeah.
artists out there right now that are so super talented. They don't know where to go. How do I get on air? How do I further my career? What can I do? What am I not doing? To get to where this certain artist is. That's where I want to be. And so, well, you've got the Artist Spotlight show. That's your one-stop shop. So
It
let's
is
start
really.
with you. Yeah. So as I mentioned in my opener, you travel 9 months out of the year. Tell us
I know
about
it's
that.
crazy.
Tell
It's
us about
definitely
it.
it's not glamorous like people think. Everyone's like, "Wow, you're on a holiday like basically all year," and I'm like, "Not really." So, me and my dad does all my like roadie, sound engineer, chauffeur, bouncer, pretty much everything but sing. So he comes with me, and we just tour literally in the car. I have a rooftop tent on the top of his car. We tow a caravan, and most of the time we're sleeping on the side of the road night after a gig, finish 10, 11 at night, and then drive 1,500 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, but we drive 1,500 k to the next one, and yeah, we don't stop. We'll do about 3 to 4 months straight, come home for a couple of months, and then do it all over again.
Wow. So it looks like you have an established clientele where each and every year you traveling to the same locations, or do they change every other year?
Yeah, they do change a lot. I guess I'm a creature of habit. I do like going back to the same places, especially when the patrons and the venue and staff have been so lovely, and the food. When the food's good, definitely go back and perform. But I also love traveling and seeing new places. So every time we do travel, I will go on tour. I'm like, I want to go see this place in this area. So we try and like book a gig in the area. And I guess it is a working holiday, but it's a lot of work that people don't get to see. They just see the social media side and the posts at the beach when it's winter down here. So yeah.
What are some of the highlights? So I mean, yeah, I'm in the same boat you are. I travel a lot as well, and I gotta admit, I don't do hotels like I should. I pull into like a rest stop. I'll pull in, and I'll set my alarm clock on my phone for about like a few hours. I'll get up.
Yeah.
God knows what time. I'll get up, and I'm off and running. And so I'm kind of like the same. I kind of do the same thing you do, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. I'm like, you know that I've made it when I've got the private jet and the hotels. That's when that's when I don't need to travel. But I think I would still do it though. I love the drive and I love like seeing places and meeting people. You don't get to meet people when you're just jet setting across the country. So it is nice to hear people's stories and they've definitely been inspiration for songs as well. So
Oh yeah, I mean, you definitely meet some interesting people and eat tons of cold food. you
yeah,
know, it ain't no,
yeah.
ain't no 5-star restaurant you're going to. Never if you're on the road. There's no such thing
No.
as a 5-star restaurant.
No, I think if eating cold food and drinking warm soft drink was a professional sport, I would be all over it because I feel like that's all I do is just eat my meals cold because I'm up there singing and then the soft drink's gone flat and warm and I'm like, oh well, it is what it is.
Let's switch gears real quick. I want to start off the show right away. You got a number 12 hit right now. It's called "Fishing Taught Me Patience." That's right, and that song is
Oh,
hot right now. It's on the charts, and it's really hot. So let's talk about that song. How that song come about? What does your songwriting look like? And are you happy with the results you're getting from that song?
yeah, for sure. I mean, well, thanks for letting me know I'm number 12. I didn't know that. So that's really cool to start off my day. I wrote it actually a couple of years ago, and I was up on tour with my dad, and we were on the beach fishing, and I was like, fishing taught me patience. I don't know, it just came to my head in my mind, and I was like, I think I need to write a song about it, but it doesn't need to be a cliche. Like I think seeing so many small towns that are dying over here in Australia and seeing like our small town values in people as well is slowly disappearing. So I thought I would write a song about that, but it's with the cliche fishing taught me patience. Like we need to slow down in the world.
I gotta tell you a funny fishing story. Then me and my brother went out fishing one time, and he had to go and take care of something. He gave me the fish pole. Says, "Whatever you do, hang on to that fish pole. If you get a bite, hang on to that pole and don't let go, and I'll come back and I'll get it." Right. So he went out and to do what he's doing, and the next thing you know, not even 5 minutes after he left, I got this big tug on the pole, but I wasn't ready for it. It actually the tug was so heavy that it actually ripped the pole from my hand and went the pole ended up in the water. My brother
One
comes
jump.
back, right? My brother comes back. He's like, "Where's my pole?" And I told him, "Well, I got some good news. I got some bad news. We went here first." He's like, "Please tell me that my pole's not in the water." I'm like, "Well, I can't do that," you know. And he's like, "You're never going fishing with me again. That's it.
Oh
We done. You are
no.
not going back fishing with me." So as we talk about that song, I wanted to share that fishing story. So I think it'd be kind of hand in hand if you would. I mean, so to let you
Yeah,
know,
that's
you are
yeah.
number 12 on the it's the National Top 40 country songs. Your song right now is number 12 on that chart. And
Wow.
that's pretty
So
impressive.
good.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, thank you. I'm stoked about that. I mean, putting out new music, especially at the level I am, it's so stressful to put it nicely. It's like you want all of this success. And I think I also set really high expectations for myself. So I think that does let me down just a little bit too. But I just really want people to hear my music, and so I'm glad that it is getting out there. I think it's just going a lot slower than I'd hoped for and what I expected, but it's definitely getting there. And I think all of my streams and all of the listeners, they've all been organic, and I've never paid for anyone or never paid for streams. So I feel like that's something to be really proud of, and the people that have listened to my music are the real ones. So yeah, I like that.
How does Stephen Brady and the Blue Shamrock record label, how do they fit into this conversation we're having right now?
Yeah, this is honestly the first time that I've worked with Stephen. I haven't even met him yet. I've just been emailing him. So, yeah, super stoked that he was able to get me this interview with you, which is awesome. And then, yeah, he's been putting my songs out to a few radio stations over, I think mainly in Australia, but there has been a few over in the States as well. So, which is, yeah, really cool that it's getting some airtime.
How did your musical journey begin, and what at what point did you realize, hey, I can make some, I can make this a career, and I can actually probably make some money doing this. So when did that happen for you?
Yeah, I was 12 when I started learning guitar. It's only because my dad wanted to learn. Like his whole life, that's all he's talked about. And so me and mum bought him one for Christmas, and obviously I stole it because he never had time to play it. And I'm one of those people, I'm a bit of an overachiever. I will give everything a crack, and I just love putting in effort and trying. So I kind of stole it, started singing at the same time, was absolutely woeful. I got sent to the back of the paddock to pick up sticks and sing to the horses out there. And by 15, my parents thought that I sounded half decent. So went to the local pub and bought a little like mini PA and a microphone, and I just sung for I think 90 minutes that I sung for. So I did two sets and I got paid, and I was not expecting that. So 15, I think I was like, oh, this could be like a beneficial hobby. And then probably when I was 18, graduated high school, so I had all the time in the world, and I wasn't really interested in anything else at the time. I think school for me in the end was a bit of a letdown when it comes to like bullying and finding what I wanted to do professionally in life. And I was already doing music, so I thought I'm just going to put 100% in and see where it goes. And nearly 10 years later, I'm still doing it, and it's a full-time job.
Wow. What obstacles have you come into, and how did you get over them?
Yeah, I mean, I think for every artist, it's financially like it is very expensive to record, to release, to tour. But I think, especially with my dad's help, like not financially, but his mind, he's a thinker. He definitely has helped me like save and budget and plan and figure out how can I do this in the best possible way. I mean, everyone's still going to struggle with financials, especially in like a fuel crisis and all of these crises that we keep having over here. So yeah, financially definitely is a struggle. I'll probably never move out of home, but lucky I'm an only child and I love my parents.
Oh,
And
you
I
got a
think as
name.
well, I think as well, another challenge has just been trying to connect with other artists. It is really hard. I mean, I'm from Western Australia, so when you look at the map, it doesn't look that big, but it is quite a drive and travel away. I mean, even just getting to Sydney, say, that's a 3 day drive from Perth, and that's really pushing it. So it is hard to connect with other artists and still try and have success and support other people with their successes too. I think in Australia, especially, we have a really big tall poppy syndrome culture. So when one person stands up, people like to cut them down, which I really despise and really hate that because I think I would rather be part of someone else's success if I didn't have my own success. So I think connecting with other artists, I'd love to songwrite with people and meet new people as well and go through the same struggles together. Then you don't feel as alone.
Getting back to traveling for 9 months on the year. Are there any favorites looking back? Taking a walk down memory lane. Are there any favorite spots that you like?
Yeah, definitely. I would say most of the West Australian coast. I'm a bit biased. I do love WA over here. So I'd say Ballara Station and Exmouth, Coral Bay, all of that area. I did love the Kimberleys as well. And I went to Darwin for the first time last year in Northern Territory and I absolutely loved it. So I do hope to get back to Darwin soon, so hopefully rather than later. And I really would love to do far north Queensland. That's the one place that I haven't been yet. But I feel like every place I've been to has had its pros and cons. Like I love Tasmania, it's so beautiful, but it's way too cold for me. I could not move there.
Wow. So when you're on stage, how long are your concerts?
Yeah, if I'm doing it as like a pub gig, I normally do 3 hours. So that's three 45-minute sets. And I try to do at least two, but I've been doing 3 to 4 pub gigs a week for the last few months, which has been a bit hectic. And then if I'm at a festival or like a rodeo or things like that, I normally do either 15 to 45 minutes.
Wow. What's the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of?
Oh, 50,000 people, which is insane. So, over in Australia, we have Anzac Day, which I'm not sure if it's like Veterans Day, but for Anzac Day, it's 25th of April every year. So, our WA State War Memorial, I got to sing the Australian national anthem, and then in person, it was 50,000, and then it was televised all over the world. So I had people like over in France, they were like, "Oh, we really loved your rendition of the anthem," and so that was so cool.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of highlights, that was going to be my next question. Then, are there any other highlights in your career as we're still walking down memory lane with you? Any highlights or memories that that you think of today that you'll never? I mean, obviously you can remember everything, but any memories that you want to
Yeah, gosh, I'm trying to think. I mean, this is cool, like doing an interview with someone from America. Like, obviously, every country artist dreams of going to the States, and I do hope to get there next year. But I think the memories are still coming. I do need to write them down. I'm so terrible for it. I did one gig. I was at a rodeo down south in Boddington. It was a couple of years ago, and I had a headache. I was tired. I was hungry. I was just not feeling it, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna do the gig and go home. And I got on stage, and I love being on stage. It is my happy place, and so I immediately felt so relaxed. And then people were asking me to sing one of my own songs, and so I sung "You and I," and I think there was only like 5 people that were singing it, but I was like, those 5 people, I have no idea who they were. They were like screaming my song back to me. I just came off stage and yeah, I was in tears. I was shaking because I had so much adrenaline. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, I really want to feel like this for the rest of my life if I can.
Wow.
That
So,
was
let me ask you this then. Do you do any rituals before you go live on stage?
no. I mean, I'm like the worst musician ever. I don't warm up, I don't stretch. If I am stressed, I try to not talk to people because then I do like wind myself up a little bit. Sometimes I play games on my phone if I'm backstage, like my little put the color in the right spot kind of games. Yeah, no, I'm super boring. I don't have anything that's like set in stone, got to do this and that. Even with a band, I'm like, all right, guys, let's go. I just
Mhm.
love being on the stage. It's so much fun.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
That's a really good question because I think it's two answers because my expectations, again, are up here of what I would love to do. And then I think in reality is a little bit lower, but I would really love to be Australia's best female country artist. Like in 5 years' time, I'll be almost 30. So I think that's like a good age to actually start really breaking into the music industry. My voice will be fully developed, so I won't sound too much like a screechy little girl as much. And so, yeah, 5 years' time, I've already toured. I mean, I'm doing like radio interviews, I've got songs out. So I really think 5 years' time, I can be, yeah, fully. established, which is super scary. But yeah, I think it's achievable to be the top level in Australia. And I don't know if my music is for anything else or anywhere else, sorry, because I do have a very strong Australian accent, and I'm not sure if people will like that overseas. I haven't really tested the waters with that, but I know that Australians are really loving my music, so I hope that I can be a bit of a guiding light and yeah, be at that top level soon.
When people listen to your music for the first time, what is the message that you're hoping they're getting?
Yeah, I really hope that people like can listen to me and look at me and just kind of get kindness. I really just want to spread kindness in the world. I think there's a lot of hate and a lot of stress, and if we're all nice to each other, then there shouldn't be any problems. It's you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And yeah, that's what I really hope that the world can become eventually. I don't know, I'm not a politician. I probably would make the worst politician, but I hope as an artist and as a platform, I can really try and give back those respect values and the kindness values and yeah, just have good morals and be like an influencer in that way.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
I don't know if oh no. Yeah, I could probably say I've had a little kid. It was so embarrassing. I think mainly for me, not him, because he was so little, but he stood in front of me and like dropped his jacks and just started peeing in front of me. So that was probably like the weirdest thing that had happened.
And you're singing while that's happening?
So, and then it was so funny. I saw him a few years later at another gig, and he was so embarrassed. I think he was like 10 then. And he was, yeah, he was a bit embarrassed that as a little kid he did that. I think I've had some really weird or really cool offstage interactions. I was at a gig in Exmouth a few years ago, and someone brought a horse in, and I was like, "Can I ride your horse?" So I got to jump up, and I was just like riding around this pub, and then some lady handed me her baby to take a photo with. So now I'm like, I'm holding this horse I don't know and holding a baby and getting photos done. So that was
Oh, how
cool.
cool is that? That's awesome. And so let's give you the stage now. And is there anything that you'd like to share with our audience who are watching now that we'll be watching later? Is there anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, just keep doing it. Honestly, just keep doing it. If you enjoy it, then all of the success and the good things will come eventually. And if you're not enjoying it, if you don't have a passion for it, then that's totally fine. And maybe you have a passion and a talent and for something else that you will enjoy in life. I think life is way too short to be stressing and down in the dumps all the time. I mean, I should probably take my own advice because I'm the biggest stress head ever. I stress all the time. But if you enjoy it, success will happen. And I just think I look back to when I was 15 and singing in the pub, and then now I'm driving and being flown to gigs and speaking to people in America, which is crazy for a little Aussie girl. So just keep at it, really.
Independent artists are struggling right now. We talked about this earlier in the show. You know, independent artists are struggling financially, and there's other areas that they're struggling as well. And we could talk about the payouts for music on all the social media outlets. That's been a red flag. You know, then there's A1 now, AI, whatever A1, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They're on the scene now too, and some artists are feeling kind of uncomfortable about that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think when it comes to AI, I think we've been using it as people for a while. I mean, you're asking Siri questions, and when you pull up your maps and you put in where you want to go, like to me, that is using AI instead of getting out the paper map and finding where to go. So I think there when it comes to things like that, it's beneficial. But when it comes to creativity and work, I think AI is destroying creativity. People just aren't thinking for themselves anymore. And yeah, I think it was the other day Spotify took off 75 million songs because they were AI. I think that's really sad and it is frustrating as an artist to see like why can't I get on, say, like the Billboard charts, but the number one song is an AI song. So it does kind of, yeah, it kills the confidence and destroys the heart a little bit because you're putting all you are putting your heart and all this effort into to creating something for people. I mean, you do it for yourself, but you're doing it for people to listen, and when you've just got a computer come in and take all the accolades and rewards, it, yeah, it is disheartening. So I don't think that AI should be in the creativity space at all. I mean, even now you scroll through social media, you can see all of these AI posters, and it's like, what's the point of doing a degree for graphic design if someone is not going to pay you for your services or use you for creating things when they can just do it on AI? I think that's really sad. And yeah, we're just getting lazy as a society too, and I think AI has a lot to answer for that.
I would agree with you. AI. I mean, you can use that for everything, like you said, like driving. It's in the songs. I mean, it can be used for anything really. And
Yeah,
I agree to a point, and I disagree to a point. And here's why I do disagree. Um, from a radio station perspective, you know, if you have artists come up, you're not really familiar with that artist or who they are and what they're all about, you can go to AI and they can pull a complete bio of that artist, and you can look at that and you can create your interview questions from that. I know that
yeah.
I'll be honest, we're live on the air, so I'll be honest, tell you, we do use it, but we use it the right way. We don't use
Oh,
it for everything, but we do use it, and the times that we've used it, it's been very successful. So I just think what they need to do with the AI, they need to take a step back and have boundaries of where it can be used and where it cannot be used. I agree with you. AI should not be in the artist spotlight. That's the artist spotlight. That's where artists they write their songs. They tell about their music, and but let the artists do it from their hearts and not from a machine. You know, so I
Yeah.
do agree with that part. So based on what I said, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I feel like as long as you're not using AI to take away creativity from people, then I do think it's fine. I mean, we're all guilty of using AI at some point in our lives, even if we haven't realized that we're using it. I'm pretty sure even spell check is, to me, that's AI, because how can it pick up what I'm trying to spell? So, yeah, no, I do agree with that. And yeah, we've definitely have used it in some form or capacity. So I just think if you're using it to create songs and to create lyrics and the music, then it's like, what's the point of having a guitarist if you can just ask AI to do it for you? But then that takes out the whole heart of the song, and you listen to music to feel something, not to just listen to music. And I think we found that in the COVID days when people were locked down, you couldn't go out to a pub, and it's a pretty boring atmosphere when there's no music and everything is just silent. So I think we need actual real art.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that. Absolutely. You're an artist for a reason because it's a God given talent that you have, and you should be allowed to use that talent and not have a computer step on your toes to do something that you should be doing, not the computer. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
What do you I
100%.
mean, other than AI with the music industry, you're the CEO for one day. Is there anything that you would change in the music industry? If
Ooh,
so, what would that be? You're the boss for one day. Take it away.
yeah. I mean, depends how rich I was. I would probably adopt myself so then I can like continue to make music. That'd be really cool. I think we need more transparency when it comes to not necessarily rules and regulations, but how to do things as such. Like I know APRA, AMCOS over in Australia is actually really good. They put on all of these like little workshops and meeting nights, and they try and help, especially young artists and emerging artists, try to explain the whole financial side of things, how to register your works, how to use copyright and things like that. But I know that that's not for everyone. Well, like not everyone is doing that. So I think more transparency in how the record labels work and how to get picked up if you even want to get picked up by a record label as well. But yeah, just how to be an independent artist and be successful. I think I'm not sure about the States, but it is very rare for an independent artist to be independent and actually be financially successful, like successful as an artist and have all of the accolades without the record label. So yeah, it would be nice to have more transparency in that. Like, how are they doing it?
Do you have any favorite artists? I mean, and what was the best advice you've ever gotten? And do you have any like really favorite artists you look up to as you continue your amazing career?
Yeah, I mean, Casey Chambers, I'm always gonna say her. I literally just finished camping with her and performing with her again last week up in Newman. She flew over for a festival that I was performing at, and she was the headline, not me, but maybe I'll headline one day. But she's just such a lovely, genuine person, and I think of someone of that level and caliber, like to me, she is Australia's best female country artist. And if someone of that level can still be so genuine and nice and take the time to talk to people, I mean, when I was performing at the festival, instead of being backstage, she just went and sat in the audience, and people came up to her and took photos, which she was so fine with. But she just stayed and actually listened to my set in front, which was scary, but also super kind in itself. So I would love to be of her level and be like her because she's just so nice and genuine. I'm trying to think who else. There's so many good artists. I feel like I'm more of a song person than an artist person, but every day I'm finding new American and Australian artists that I absolutely love. Stella Lefty is on constant repeat in my head and on the Spotify as well. I absolutely love listening to her music and what she's just put out, which is incredible. So yeah, there's so many going on in my head right now. I love so many artists.
So when Casey was in the front row listening to your set, did she give you any feedback?
Yeah, she just said really good job and keep at it, which I think is like the most advice that you can give for anyone is that you are doing a great job, you're on the right track, and you just need to keep up. She has a song called Not Pretty Enough that she released, I think in 2001, back in the day. And it's basically all about like, why am I not good enough for the music industry? And I play that song all the time. And I don't think it's about not being enough. I think it's just about, you know what, if people that are in the industry aren't going to notice what I'm doing, but fans and real country music lovers are, well, then my music is for the people that are going to listen to me, not the people that aren't going to listen to me. I think you don't need to chase all the glory and accolades because that'll come eventually as long as you're enjoying what you're doing. I think it's what I was like saying before, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing. And yeah, play your music for people that want to listen to you. And I think that's what that song is about really, and not caring about what the people that aren't listening to you for.
How do you deal with negativity?
Oh, I cry it out and then I get over it. The short way. I think
You
I
know
think
what
I've
my
been
motto
very
is? You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time.
Yes. Oh, probably the best advice that I've been given. It was from an artist that I guess I am friends with. His wife said to me one day, she was like, Sally, if people aren't jealous of you, then you're doing something wrong because everyone is jealous of something. And I was like, that is so true. I get jealous all the time of other artists and people of what they're doing. But and then you just got to remember, like, stay in your own lane, and you can be jealous and be happy for people 100%. So I think that's the best advice. And I have received a lot of jealousy from other artists that hasn't been so nice in some degree. But also I was pretty badly bullied in high school. So I think that's like toughened me up for the music industry. So and I think I've been very fortunate that I haven't had any bad publicity or I haven't had anything badly said to me, which has been really nice. And most of my comments at gigs have been really positive. So yeah, I think I've been really lucky and really fortunate in that space. But if they're jealous of you, doesn't matter. I have a song about that. It's called No Time, and the second verse is about having no time for jealous people because they'll bring you down, and you don't have time for that.
There you go. I love it. What advice would you give to an up and coming artist that's looking to get to where you are right now? What can you tell them?
Absorb absolutely everything and take every piece of advice that you're given with a pinch of salt and a pinch of sugar, really, because advice that I might give to you may not suit your style or your needs or where you're at in your career, but it's always good to just keep getting given advice, and you can change that a little bit to suit it to how you want. So never not listen to anyone. And if someone is giving the time to help you, then yeah, one, say thank you, and definitely, yeah, listen to it.
As we wind down our show this evening, what a great conversation we've had this evening, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. Much appreciated. Is
No,
there
thank you.
anything else that you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, one, be kind. Have some, not only respect for others, but have some self respect too. If you are an artist, I really wish you all the best. Like, I have an email address. Feel free to email me anytime, admin@sallyjanemusic.com.au. If you do have any questions, like, I can try and help you the best I can. Sorry, my voice is dying now. I talk too much. I always get told that I talk too much and I need to stop, but I just can't help it. I talk all the time. And yeah, I really hope to get to America. I'm hoping next year. I really would love to go to. My plans are to go to Texas and then to Nashville, and then I want to go to LA because you have Disneyland over there, and we don't have that here. So that's my plan. But yeah, reach out, say hi. I would love to connect with you, songwrite as well. And yeah, take all the advice that you can get given and make it your own.
And if you come to the States, make sure you stop by Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, our studios. We got some room for you.
I
As they
do
say on
hope.
Motel 6, we'll leave the light on.
Thank you.
It's so nice to have you on our show, Miss Sally John. Thank you so much, Jane. It's so great to have you on the show. And you know, anything else you want to share? Oh, I know your contact information. If people want to get in contact with your amazing music, how they do that?
Yeah, we've got my email, but as well social media. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I have a website, has all my gigs up there. If you are ever in Western Australia, feel free to come drop in and say hi. I also have TikTok. Not an influencer. My dad calls TikTok person of interest is what he would rather me be than an influencer. I don't think I can influence anyone to do anything though. I'm not the best at that. But yeah, follow me on social media. Send me a message anytime. I'm super bad at replying, but I will get back eventually. And yeah, follow the journey, and thanks for supporting live country music.
Awesome. And I always end the show with a question about Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock record label. Your thoughts about him?
Yeah, well, so far he's been awesome. It's been great to work with him and deal with him. It's been super easy, and hope to continue working with him in the future. I need to get my act together so I can release more songs. Again, that comes to the budget of marketing and recording. But no, he's been lovely, and hopefully I can meet him in person, not just over the phone like yourself.
How did you meet Stephen Brady?
It was recommended me through friends who are in the music industry. They used him for one of their releases a year or so ago. So I thought I would give it a go, and I thought his prices were really reasonable, and the information he gave me was awesome. So yeah, hopefully work with him again soon.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much, Ms. Sally Jane. Thank you so much for being here, and much success as you continue your amazing journey. And thank you for sharing all you did on the show this evening. And you take care of yourself. And I'm gonna have you back for part two. We're gonna catch up with you.
Okay.
If there's anything
Not
we could do for you,
talking.
seriously, if there's anything we could do for you, please feel free to reach out. And you're a great example of who we are and what we're about. So we'd love to help you any way we can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Russell. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on the show, and thanks for listening, everyone.
That's Sally Jane, a country music Australian artist, and what a great show we had with her this evening. Are you an upcoming aspiring artist? You're looking to get your name out there? Send your information to info.musicdreamsusa@gmail.com. If you're a country artist, check out Stephen Brady with the Blue Shamrock record label. As Sally's mentioned on the show this evening, he does amazing work, and he has a love and passion for the artists that work with him. And so I tip my hat to him. He's a great guy. He's a great example of what the music industry should be all about: loving, caring about the artists, and doing everything you can to help them. And so, Stephen Brady, thank you for what you do on the Artist Spotlight Show here. We appreciate you. Again, our show was brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide, the home of the Artist Spotlight Show. And as I mentioned earlier, the Russell K, Heather, and Alexa Morning Show is back Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern. Check it out. Just download the Alexa app and Alexa, play Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide. Where there's internet, there is Music Dreams USA Radio. Special thank you to Table and Mike Productions, Eagle Street Corporation up in Nashville, North Carolina. Thank you guys for all that you do for the Artist Spotlight Show, and Biker Bay Barber and Company. When it comes to live music, she's got you covered. Karen is doing an amazing job up here in Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas. So, we tip our hat to Karen Williams as well for all the love and passion she has for music as well. So thank you, Karen, for all that you do for the Artist Spotlight Show. As I do for me, we'll see you next time on the Artist Spotlight Show. All week we've got interviews lined up. So again, we're coming to you live on LinkedIn, Facebook. Also, want to talk pretty quickly here about the Music Dreams USA Radio official YouTube channel. Please, if you want to check out some of our former episodes of the Art Spotlight Show, just go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to it, and you'll be able to check out all the shows we've done. And again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on the Art Spotlight Show. It's your friend Russell K, wishing you and yours a very pleasant good evening.